And of course, I think that George W. Bush bullies Sam Harris is a winning character and will stay.
Welcome back. Episode 45 of A Hysterical Man Speaks Calmly with Sam Harris. I'm Sam Harris. Later on, we're going to get to a really major, incredible category area.
I didn't say something about a thought experiment on national television in order to encourage yahoos to harass people who own 7-Elevens. Go ahead, Sam. Bother me with your nonsense.
But before we get there, we have a guest.
Good to be with you, Sam. How you doing?
Just disastrous category era, and I'll explain that later. Just thank you for being with us on A Hysterical Man Speaks Calmly.
It's great to talk with you again, and I want to let you in on a little something. Look, some people think that we only need to target suicide bombings at Shia. Other people think that Sunnis who aren't on the righteous path should be a victim of suicide bombings as well. But look, we can all agree that we need to have more suicide bombings.
Can you explain what got you going on this?
What if we thought beyond terrorism? What if we had our own caliphate? It was at an Aspen Ideas Festival. I was sitting there with Hillary Clinton, stickler for details. Hillary's very process-oriented. I'm like, can we start beheading people already? And she's like, no, we need to file the IRS. We need to go through a proper process.
Which has just really turned into a mess and a justification for confused thinking.
We're sitting there, we're just spitballing. I'm like, look,
We can all get together behind a common goal of restoring a caliphate. And if we don't listen to each other, then the infidels and the great Satan are going to beat us. I think I understand what you're saying, which is that there's this incredible category error happening right now.
So we just set off a brand new drone program in Pakistan, but I'm guessing you have a problem.
It's because you've been sort of in the trenches of this whole free speech, controlled speech code mess for a long time.
But because I'm not going up on national television and saying that Islam is the motherlode of bad ideas, this Golden Girls Trust Fund baby's having a conniption.
Now, predictably, Glenn Greenwald, The Guardian, and the entire left smeared me, had this hysterical response.
Sam Harris was just talking about ideas, and he was smeared as anti-Muslim by the SJW left.
I think what Sam misses is that we need to build bridges in order to deal with the problem.
Yeah. We need to take a pause and think more about our commonalities.
Look, I know what more Sam wants for bombing like 6 different countries simultaneously.
Well, what we want to do is we want to disrupt the terrorism sector. So what we said is, what if the answer is in geography? We thought we were in a post-geographic world. What if we reinvented it? We could create an Uber of Yazidi genocide. And we did a fantastic job.
Why don't you take a chill pill, Sam?
It's true. Big time.
We're going to get to a really major, just disastrous category era that this group of students who are protesting the Muslim ban, which I oppose in its specifics, but not actuality.
We were really able to innovate.
Now we can't talk about Neanderthals anymore.
You mean like the guys in the Budweiser commercials or the Geico ads? Actually, if you look at the mismeasure of man, I read a third of an assignment before passing out drunk.
No, you're not understanding. They put the brain, they had people from Africa that they put in a zoo and they observed them for science. You can't argue with facts.
Let me guess, Sam, that was a thought experiment, so you don't have to live with the consequences. Jesus Christ, why do people like this guy? What a pain in the ass.
Not exactly demon. What in Islamic terminology is called shaitan.
Well done, Sam.
We need to take this seriously, okay? Nat Turner hurt a lot of people. people that were offering to give him water. Okay, so in other words, I agree with you. Slavery is wrong. But if we don't deal with the fact that Nat Turner led an uprising, then we're not being morally serious.
I really love the way you used the nuclear football's thought experiment to say what you already said in the beginning, but pretend it was a hypothetical so you didn't have the balls to back up your actual position. Shut up, Sam.
Here's what we're doing with regard to guns. We're imposing a series of sensible measures that everyone can get behind. Greater scrutiny, background checks, greater accountability on the system. I think that there's no reason why reasonable people across the divide can't all agree with this. Psych.
I'm sorry, psych?
Psych. You hear that beautiful music in the background, Sam?
I do.
You hear that gorgeous call to prayer of my faith, the Islamic faith, the one and truly only faith of God, the one and truly only faith of Allah? Here's what I'm really doing with the guns.
Yeah.
White people, I'm about to take all your guns. I'm coming for you. The fruit of Islam is ready. We're locked and loaded and ready to bear, baby. No more guns. White people are going to have to pray to the only true and living God, the black God of Allah, and bow ties for everybody. You ready for this?
Oh, so everybody's got to wear bow ties. And are you saying that basically you're outlawing guns, but just for white people?
Just for white people. See, that's what people got it twisted. Remember I said I respect gun laws? I'm going to over-respect gun laws when it comes to black people.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's tiered systems. Arabs and black people get a lot of guns. Iranian people get the most guns because Iran, obviously, favorite
Right.
country of the world. Hispanic people are sort of in the middle, so they'll get some. And then there's a tier system within the Hispanic. Mexicans, more guns. Puerto Ricans, more guns. Cubans, less guns. Fuck them. White people, you don't want a grand total of how many guns you get?
Yeah.
Zero.
Zero
You got
guns
nothing.
for white people.
The arc of history is long, but it bends toward Sharia.
Wallahu Akbar.